What's up, guys? Gaming Interior HD here. I just watched K6's stream and on his Deputy Sal build. I felt he didn't explain enough on what makes him so powerful, so I thought I'd make my own build on Sal and see and show you guys where and why I put my points where they are. So first, we're gonna look at the gun list tree. Lock loaded, the fire rate on reload, you're not gonna really notice with with any Jacob shotgun, but especially this one, because you only have 2 shots in it. It was just to get farther down the tree, and then, I guess same as quick draw, the critical hit is nice, though, at least to have. You're obviously not gonna be doing, like, dual pistols, so I felt I'm your Huckleberry wasn't helpful. All I need is one. I felt like the damage isn't that much worth using it. Um, so then that's why I didn't want it. Money shot. That's the thing with this build. You are definitely relying on money shot on this build to make it work. It the because not many people realize it, but on the part where it says the last round in your magazine deals up to plus 888% damage, and the minimum magazine accuracy for full bonus for full bonus is 10. That's actually a typo. It's actually 12. And the damage, I believe, is also a typo. I'm not exactly sure. But, what the game doesn't tell you is that it's based on what's in your right hand. So, since I have a grog nozzle here with 12 bullets in it, the Orf Maker is able to technically do the max money shot damage that you can do despite it having 3 bullets in the magazine. And you also want to put it in your right hand or your left hand, because as you can probably see on me right now, the Orf Maker's effect is that it damages you, but as you can see, when it's in your left hand, it does not damage you. And I guess while we got my gun zerking up, I'm gonna go ahead and shoot the dummy work to show you. And he is OP8. Here, hold on. Sorry, that. Yeah, see, like that almost damage cap. There, and there, right there with the Lady Fist actual damage cap. I get him slagged. There. I don't know why you can damage cap with the grog in your hand. It just doesn't want to do it right now. Alright, so that's why I have that, or that's why Deputy Sal is so powerful. So then back to the tree. Down that out, you will, like, everybody dies at some point, especially when you are playing a Sal, since you gotta be up close. So this is just nice, that way you can still use it. Keeping piping hot, increase the gun damage while you're in gun zerking. I'll get to it later, but get some kind of allows you to use keep piping hot while you're in gun zerking, and no kill like overkill. So what you are wanting to do is it is important you do get no kill like overkill, because what you're doing with the deputy build is you're chaining money shot with no kill like overkill. So it's shoot an enemy with the last bullet of your gun, and then because of no kill like overkill, you deal like a lot of extra damage to the next guy, and you just keep chaining it and chaining it. Oh, I don't want to say chain per se, but still, like, make it to when that even your first shot does a lot of damage. So then let's go to the next build, or next tree. Fill to the brim, because you don't want inconceivable, because in this build you are relying on money shot to kill the enemies. And plus also the increase to magazine size on the grog and the Lady Fist are nice. Plus the ammo carrying capacity is good. Lasts longer. This is your part of your typical just any Salvador build. All in the reflexes. for some reload speed. I mean, you're not gonna notice it as much when you have the right gear and the correct grip. I didn't spec it to ready already because I'll again get to that later. But basically, like, it's not as effective as people think it is. Apparently, steady as she goes reduces recoil with both guns while gunzerking and increases your accuracy, which you definitely want with this build, as you need to be accurate for it to do a lot of work. Yippee-ki-yay, again, more, this is in your typical Sal builds, makes it when they get longer gunzerking time when you kill something in gunzerking, 3 seconds per kill, unless boosted by his gunzerker or any of his comms that boost this, and it's obviously more. Double your fun for another grenade, and get some. Shooting an enemy decreases your gunzerking cooldown. This effect can only occur once every 3 seconds. What some people may not know is that this actually, while you're in gunzerking, can make it to when you start your cooldown again, which combined with Yippee-ki-yay and last longer, can make it to when you pretty much always are able to gunzerk. Back done with that, and during the cooldown of Get Some, you actually can proc Keep It Piping Hot during that, so you get 20% more damage, which is nice. Keep firing while gunzerking. The longer you hold both triggers, or the trigger, the faster your guns fire and the faster you reload. With the fire rate part, I didn't really see it as useful per se, because again, you're mostly using the Orphan Maker for the damage, and it's Jacobs, which shoots as fast as you pull the trigger. So it's a single shot. So unless you're always like pretty much always firing the grog, it's only helpful really for the reload speed on it. I felt. And plus there were some points I needed to put in at least. There are some points you can substitute for. Alright, now to the Bronze Tree. Harm to Kill increases your max health and gives you an amount of health regen. Combined with Salvador's regenerating skills, it keeps you topped off pretty good. And he is able to health stack. Insight, movement speed, which is good, which is definitely what you want when you're dual wielding with Sal, because he has to be right up to people. And then 10 out of 5 into the Asbestos skill makes it to when that you are have damage effects on you not last as long, because as some people probably know, dots in Overpowered 8 are probably one of the most deadliest things in here. Now that you can substitute 2 points in this if you want, you could fill in all the reflexes and keep it piping hot, or if you still want to, you could put into keep firing. I just choose not to. In this build, I'd rather have it to when I have the least amount of status effects as possible. Now, if there were more skill points, I would have put some into Bust that can't slow down for even more movement speed, but I'll tell you about that once we get into the gear. So as I had mentioned earlier, you want a Orphan Maker. Now, it is important. Hold on. It is important that you get the Rustler's prefix for the extra pellets on it, and for the, well, actually, yeah, just for the damage increase, because again, the fire you probably won't notice much, but you also want a Jacob's grip for the reload speed and magazine size, and for the fact that for the matching grip. And then a Lady Fist, you probably do want to go for a slag one. This is just the only Lady Fist that I have right now at the moment. Class mods, you obviously, as you've been seeing on underneath my level bar, you are gonna want the Tiny Tina's class mods. Uh, Another substitute for it could be the Lawful Evil Monk for the accuracy increase. Because again, you're probably not going to notice the fire rate that much on the Orphan Maker, but you will still get the critical damage. Um, Shields, I like using the antagonists. I know that I already have a grog for slagging, but I just like using the antagonist. You can't go for a blockade or a devolution. Another thing you can do actually is have a low-level Fabled Tortoise combined with an Auspicious Raider, I think it's called. Yeah. Instead of lock and loaded, I would go for Insight instead. But the reason why you can do this is because the Fabled Tortoise can make it to when you have increased shield capacity or increased movement speed when your shields are down. When you're using an Auspicious Raider, it lowers your shield capacity, so the game thinks that you have no shield right now. So that's where you get the increased movement speed from. As you can see, I'm flying a lot more than you think. Then just put back the regular stuff on for now. Relics, Deputy's badge, from Lynchwood. I'm not sure if this is max stats though. That's the thing. Grenades, I only have a magic missile here for now, but I usually go for a chain lightning in case I cannot manage to hit somebody and I do need health. Now, I know some people are probably going to actually ask, where can you get the Orphan Maker from? You get it from a quest in the Scarlet DLC that in the first area called Message in a Bottle, and at the end of it you can just keep trying to farm it for these parts. Now, on the stock, actually, I never mentioned it, if you are wanting to go for a stock, go for a Hyperion stock. Sorry, I just went with, I end up getting Bandit because I'm on PS4 and I can't give weapons. But if you are going for stock, go for Hyperion. All that's mostly important is the grip and the prefix. And that should be it. Here, let me go ahead and overview my skill tree again, just in case you didn't get to see the whole thing, or you want to see a whole view of it. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you enjoyed it, subscribe because it's free entertainment. Like the video and show it to your friends if they're trying to make a deputy build with Salvador here. Alright, I'll leave you guys to that then.